The Steelers beat the Bills 23-16. Okay, so a lot of people were coming at me saying, but Jay, you have the Steelers as the third best team in the NFC North, right? And they beat the Bills. You have the Bills winning, I had the Bills make good enough to make it to the AFC Championship. Here's the thing. My questions and my concerns about the Steelers isn't in September. We know how good we know the Steelers have probably the best defense in the league. We know you have Chase Claypool, who didn't really do much on Sunday. You have Juju Smith-Schuster, who didn't really do much on Sunday. You had Najee Harris, who didn't do much on Sunday. We know how good the Steelers are in September. I mean, hell, last year the Steelers went 11-0 before their first loss. Shouts out, which was to Washington. But we know how good the Steelers are in September. My concerns with the Steelers and my questions with the Steelers is, what happens when you get closer to the playoffs? What happens when you get to the second half of the season? What happens when you get week 12, week 13, hell, week 10, and Big Ben's shoulder starts acting like Big Ben's shoulder? Or you look up and this, the offensive line, which wasn't good. That's one big reason why Najee Harris didn't really do much. Their offensive line was not good on Sunday. Their defense just made the Bills look human. But how does this team going to look week 12, week 13? Again, you don't win Super Bowls in September. And my question, I never said that the Steelers were a bad team. I never said that. What my question are with the Steelers, my concerns and we're really going to see who the Steelers are come week 9 on. Because the Steelers always look good in the beginning. If the Steelers, if the Super Bowl was in September, the Steelers would be 10. The Steelers would have won the Super Bowl last year. Hell, a lot of people even last year were saying, "Yo, may want to hold off with the Steelers." I understand that they're undefeated, and it's hard. It's hard saying that when a team that you're talking about is undefeated. And again, it's week 1. Wait till I want to see what the Steelers look like. And now, if I'm wrong, if we get to week 9, week 10, week 15, week 13, and the Steelers still look like gangbusters or look as good defensively, because don't get it confused, the Steelers did not look good on Sunday. The defense looked incredible. T.J. Watt looked incredible. Joe Hayden looked incredible. Minka Parsons looked incredible. The Steelers did not look good as an entire unit on Sunday. Big Ben looked old. Najee Harris didn't do much because the offensive line was just as bad as last year. Claypool was a no-show. Juju Smith really was a no-show. The defense was just so good. The offense didn't need to do much. And that's kind of what we saw a lot last year. So honestly, I'd be more concerned with the Steelers after this win because of how they won. They looked exactly how they looked last year. And we know how last year ended. And the fact that this is a longer season now because there's an extra game, it's, I don't know. But they won week 1. I hold with the Steelers, hold your brakes to maybe week 9 on and see how they look. So, and for the Bills, I don't know. I don't know. The Bills looked bad. The Bills looked bad. Josh Allen looked bad. I don't understand. You know what it is? I don't get why you're going into a game where Devin Singletary surprisingly was okay. But you're pretty much, when you start the game, you pretty much play your hand. You pretty much know exactly what you're going to do. So when you start the game with 4 passes, I understand that Devin Singletary isn't like a top running back. And I understand that last year Josh Allen was your best rusher. And he's a quarterback, which is not good unless you're like your Lamar Jackson or something. But when you start the game against the Steelers and you go 4 passes, I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense, but it is what it is.